Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Tyler Talks Travel Trailers, and today I've got a 2025 Flagstaff ePro 15TB in. This is a really great floor plan if you're looking for something small and very compact. It's actually very versatile in the sleeping arrangement that you have, which I'll go through with you. I really love the floor plan with all the windows you get around it in the back. So like always, we're going to do the specs first before we dive inside. Takes me 1 minute. Let's go, guys. So the basic specs on this 2025 Flagstaff ePro 15TB. Your unloaded vehicle weight is 2,846 pounds. Your cargo carrying capacity is 1,061 pounds, which brings your potential fully loaded weight to 3,907 pounds. Your hitch weight is 407 pounds. Your exterior length is 15 feet 8 inches total. Your exterior height, including the AC, is 9 feet 10 inches. Your exterior width is 7.6 feet. Your tanks, your freshwater tank is 31 gallons, your gray water tank is 12 gallons, and your black tank is 12 gallons. Your awning size is 10 feet. Let's jump inside. Alright guys, let's jump into this. I just did a 20-minute tour. My audio wasn't working, so we're going to redo this. So if I pause before I go to different sections, it's because I just want to make sure the audio is going. But this is definitely one of my favorite floor plans if you're looking for something small and compact. It is perfect. So, as you can see, not super huge. It doesn't have a slide, so it doesn't have a lot of weight added to it. This does have a kind of a sort of different sleeping arrangement. You can either use it as 2 twin beds, or you can use it as a king. I'll set up the king later on so you can see kind of the space you get and all of that. But really nice use of space in the back for a bunch of different sleeping arrangements that you can do depending on what you're using it for. As you first walk in, to the right, you got the kitchen area. Nothing huge, but it serves its purpose great. You have your 3 top burner right here. This kind of just folds back as a backsplash. It's got the igniter, so you don't need to light it with a match or anything like that. You are kind of limited on counter space. They give you a little bit of counter space behind me, but this kind of folds down to serve as extra prep space. You got yourself a decent sized sink. So a lot of times you can't even fit a plate in these things, but they give you a sink that can actually get the job done, do your dishes after you're done eating. Stainless steel sink, metal faucet. You even have this nice flush power tower. You got your plugs right there. And they even give you plugs down here as well. So this thing has 4, I think actually 5 plugs with that tower. So definitely no shortage of plugs in this thing. You got your sponge holder. You got some storage down here and easy access to your plumbing. If you notice, all of these cabinets are real wood too. It's not paper wrapped. In New Mexico, the heat out here definitely starts to peel that paper wrapped cabinetry. So this is going to hold up really nicely. You got hidden hinges, just really small details that they do on these Flagstaffs. High quality. You got a drawer right here. You even have a microwave / convection oven. You could actually cook a pizza in that thing. Never seen it done. Might have to try that sometime. Down here you got another drawer. So I really like that they give you drawers. Usually in this size of unit you only get like cabinets. So you have a nice place to put your utensils. You got another little shelf up here. Sorry the lights are blinking. My golf cart might be getting low on battery. You got another one right there. I really like that the kitchen is positioned kind of like in front of next to the door. So if you're cooking something crazy, crack that door, keep it open, let that smell out. But if it's raining or the weather's bad, they still give you a max air vent right here next to the stove. And it has the rain cover, so you don't need to worry about rain coming in, or if you leave it open, it has 4 speeds. So that thing will definitely suck some air out, keep it nice and fresh in here. One of the most unique things about this is either a hit or miss type of deal. It does have a wet bath. Me personally, if I was looking at this size of unit, I would prefer the wet bath. because it would just take up a ton of space. I would prefer to have more of like a living area, and it's not bad. You got your toilet right there. You could do everything at once. And then you have a vent in here as well, so you can let that moisture out. They even give you a little bit of storage in here for all your toiletry. I'll stand in this just so that way you can see how much headspace I have. So I'm 5'7", so not a whole lot. So if you're 6'7" or 6 foot, you might have to crouch a little bit. Might be a little too small, but this is definitely a shower to get in, rinse off. You know, if you're hunting, fishing, anything like that, get in and rinse off. Some floor space right there. This does have a shower miser, so if you're a dry camper, this is huge. You know, this does have smaller tanks, so being able to conserve your water is huge. So basically what it'll do is it'll circulate the water through the lines, and then when it gets hot, you could flip the switch over down there, and then it'll spit the water out instead of sticking your hand out and waiting for that water to get hot. Really nice feature. I love that. Water goes quick in these things. So not bad. Like I said, I would prefer the wet bath versus having them separate in this size of unit, because look at all the space you get. Tons of space, and check out all of the storage that wraps around the entire trailer. Tons of storage. Pretty deep too. And then on this side, you have them as well that go all the way across. This is why I like Forest River. Check it out. You can't really see it, but you get a complimentary 24/7 roadside assistance and troubleshooting for the first year of owning this. So if you're out camping, it doesn't matter the time of night. Let's say the water heater for some reason isn't kicking on or something. You could call this number and they'll have a technician assist you through whatever issues you're having. Really nice that they do that for you. Only at Forest River. You got your 32-inch smart TV with all of the apps ready to go, depending on what you like to watch. As I stated, you do have a nice little countertop area right here, and then some more drawers for your utensils. And then behind me, you actually have a 12-volt fridge. You know I love 12-volt fridges. I always say this. They cool a lot faster than the gas electric. Like I'm talking like within an hour, 2 hours, you're ready to go, versus the gas electric where you have to keep them on overnight, and they tend to be a little deeper. There's pros and cons to both, honestly. It's just, I like how fast these things cool and the size of fridge you get. You even get more drawers down below, and these ones are deep too. Really nice. So some nice drawers right there. I will pause right here in case I miss anything, but usually I cover everything. Like I say in my description, I'm probably one of the most in-depth tours, that guy that does tours on YouTube. I try to not waste your time. I try to make sure that everything that comes out of my mouth is beneficial to you potentially buying a trailer. So, this does have the roof-mounted AC. It's a 13.5 BTU AC. That thing is going to keep this thing cool. I would much rather prefer that than the standard, like, or the wall-mounted AC, that big bulky thing hanging off of your trailer. I don't know. This is going to work a lot better, especially in a place like New Mexico. It gets hot here. And then it does have a 20,000 BTU furnace as well. I don't know if you noticed, though, when I was showing the AC, you got a vaulted ceiling, so it does feel a lot more spacious in here. And it also allows for like the rain or snow not to pull on your roof. It'll just flow off nicely. I love vaulted ceilings. One of the things that I love most about this trailer is all of the windows in the back. It is so cool. I could legitimately see myself camping in this thing, and I'm not talking about camping for a weekend warrior type deal. I'm talking I could see myself going cross country in this thing. Just check out all these windows that wrap around this. Just imagine waking up, you know, you're in the Rocky Mountains, you're on the Oregon coast, you wake up, to a super nice view all the way around your trailer. I would just love that. So it doesn't feel super claustrophobic in here because of all the natural light that gets let in with all these windows. And also they all open. So if you're in the high country, you're in the mountains, you don't need to keep that AC running. You can crack all of these windows and let that max air vent do its job and just keep bringing in that fresh air. So windows are a lot more important than you think. Having them is a huge deal. They're expensive to add too. So the more windows, the better. Got some more storage up here. So you probably noticed the table. You're like, what the heck is that? That thing is tiny. So probably like 2021, they were making this floor plan, and they did a huge bulky table that was literally from the edge of this all the way to the back. And I am telling you the truth when I say it was a pain to set that bed up. It was big. It was a heavy table. It wasn't easy to move around. It was just like too big for this space. I am so happy that they went to this smaller table. It's just so much easier to shift it around. Nice and lightweight. I promise. I wish I did a video on it when it was the bigger table, because you would see how it was just clunky and it wasn't very efficient when you're making the bed. They give you another leaf like this, so it's really light. You just set those down and put the bed down. I'll do that for you right now. Let's check it out. I like to show you in real time. I don't like to fast forward it because I want you to see if I struggle. So really simple. The other one, you would notice me struggling. Like, it was not fun. This, you just pull that out, take this out, bring this little leaf over, right there. And then you bring these cushions in. Tell me this isn't easy. This is about as simple as it gets. And bam. If it was the big table still, I would be struggling. I would not have that thing set up yet. So you got a king size bed, or like I stated in the beginning of my video, very versatile sleeping situation. So if you're a single person, you just want to go fishing or hunting with your buddies, you don't want to share a bed, you got 2 twin beds or a king. Or in another instance I get a lot is like older folks that, it's harder for them to get in and out of bed. And usually in this size of trailer, your bed is facing this way, so you'd have to roll over each other. So having the twin bed is going to allow you to get in and out of bed nice and easy without disturbing your partner. You can go to the bathroom, things like that. So there's just a lot of pros to this bed. A lot of different reasons why this would work for a lot of different people. So as you can see, very simple. I forgot to show you, there is a door right here for the storage. I'll show you, you can get to it from inside and outside. You have a plug at the very end as well. But overall, really nice floor plan. This does swivel as well. I forgot to show you. You could pull it out, swivel it to wherever you need to. It just has everything. This is very compact, lightweight. You could probably tow this with like a Subaru, like an SUV Subaru. Down here below is the control panel. So one thing I want to point out that's very important on this trailer is it actually has tank heaters. So what's nice about that is if you're someone that camps in cold weather, or if let's say you're passing through Colorado State and it's freezing temps, if you have your tanks full, by the time you get to your destination, those tanks are going to be frozen and you could potentially crack your tanks, and that's going to ruin the trip. This is 12-volt heat pads. So they actually work off the battery. They go on automatically at freezing temps, and then they go off automatically when it's above freezing temps. So if you're going through a cold state, just put that switch on and it'll do its thing, and you get to your destination. You don't have to worry about your tanks freezing, or if you're out hunting or fishing, put that on and you don't have to waste propane heating that underbelly. You got some USB and USB-C plugs right there. So this is a very versatile trailer as a whole. I think most people would be happy with it if you didn't have the tow vehicle to tow something really big. That bed is big enough to easily sleep 3 people. It's huge. So if you have a younger child and you're starting out, that will accommodate you guys no problem. Another crazy feature this thing has is this new thing. I don't want to say the name because it'll power up, but check it out. It has a voice command thing. So watch this. Hey, Power Pro. Reading a book.
Everything's ready for you to read.
Oh, it didn't work. Hey, Power Pro. Dim the lights.
Relaxation mood is set.
How cool is that? Relaxation mode set. So you're kicking back, relaxing, watching TV. One of you's reading a book. You want to dim the lights? You don't need to get up. You just talk to your voice command system right there, Power Pro, and it'll dim the lights for you. Really cool feature that they're doing now. So we'll go outside real quick and I'll show you some of the storage and stuff out there. So I always like to pause in front of this so that way in case I did miss something, like I said. Some of the features that come on this. Really nice. This does have a 200 watt solar panel and an 1800 watt inverter ready to go. So that's going to trickle charge your batteries up here in the front. You got electric tongue jack. You got a bike rack that will hold 2 bikes. It won't hold electric bikes. It's just a little too heavy. But dual propane, dual battery box. You got a battery disconnect. You got the nice fiberglass cap up there. You can plug in another solar panel if you wanted to daisy chain it. You got the solid steps that just fold right into the doorway, nice and secure to the ground. You do get a griddle on this trailer that hooks on right here, and then it just ties into the propane line right there and goes to the front of the trailer. You got a lift kit as well as the off-road tires with torsion axles. So instead of leaf spring, these actually have torsion axles. So they actually have a little flex to them. So if you hit a pothole going down the road or you go on off some beaten paths, you got to imagine how much that's going to absorb the shock, and it's not going to transfer as much to the frame. So that's huge. This thing is just loaded. It's got the balancing beads to help the tread of your tire, reduces maintenance cost. The whole deal, that whole axle, tire, brake system, everything is upgraded on it. Watch some of my other videos because I try to make these not too long, so I do different features in all of them. If you do have electric bikes, this does have a receiver in the back, and it will hold, I believe, 300 pounds. So you can put bike racks back here. Over here is your 6-gallon water heater. You got your potable water, all your connections, your 30 amp plug, and you have a shower with hot and cold water out here. One thing I want to point out that is really important with this brand is this storage area. I'll show you. See how it's all aluminum? Great storage too, by the way. All of this is aluminum. So Flagstaff doesn't just aluminum frame the sidewalls and that's it. They literally aluminum frame the roof, the floor, the sidewalls, the front, the back, and they even go a step further than the competition. They aluminum frame anything you're sitting on or sleeping on. So this is underneath your dinette. You got to imagine when you're putting the stress, the weight on top of that dinette. I've had people crack them, and that is going to ruin your trip. You're not going to be able to sleep on this side of the bed or that side because the framing will actually be cracked. And you got to imagine when you're going to reach for the shades, you stick your knee onto that dinette area. I have had people crack them, and it is not cheap to fix. So if you're looking for an aluminum frame trailer, this thing is fully aluminum framed. You got to be careful when you're out looking at trailers because they'll put a sticker on the side and it'll say aluminum framed, but it could just be the sidewalls and that's it, and then it's mixed with wood. So ask your sales guy, is it 6-side aluminum framed? Because if I was buying aluminum framed, I would want it to be fully aluminum framed. You even have frameless windows. So it's one-piece glass. There's no gasket right here. That's gonna crack and deteriorate over time in this heat. Love that one-piece glass. Sorry, this thing is dirty. We just got it in. It came from Indiana. So if you're looking for something compact, small, I like to call these the Swiss Army knives of trailers. Just because it's small does not mean it needs to be cheap. That's what Flagstaff is trying to do with these. It's a high quality trailer that is going to last as long as you need it to. One thing I do like to point out on all of the Flagstaffs, this actually has a composite sidewall. So the fiberglass, it's not just fiberglass, it's a type of composite where it's not subject to mildew, moisture, things like that. If you come to this one, you'll notice that it's bubbling on this trailer. See how that means that there's actually water that has gotten in the walls, and now it's starting to delam and starting to bubble, and that is not what you want with your trailer. So not only do they do that type of composite on the outside, they do it on the inside walls. So you're protected inside out, top to bottom, just built solid. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that tour on this 2025 Flagstaff ePro 15 TB. You know how I feel about Flagstaff. It's one of my favorite brands, just super high quality. Just because it's small doesn't mean it needs to be cheap. So if you're looking for something compact, high quality, something you could tow with a smaller SUV, definitely go out and look at this in person. I am located at Albuquerque RV in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So if I can help in any way, call in, ask for me, or leave a lead on our website and say you want to talk to me. I'm super passionate about helping people find their dream camper or RV. It's a big landscape. There's a lot of different things out there, a lot of different features. I try to pepper in different features in every video. I don't go into every single thing because the videos would be an hour long. So definitely go through my other videos and kind of learn, pick out the things you like and don't like, and hopefully I'll help you and you will be on the road, camping, exploring in the mountains. We'll do another tour tomorrow. You guys have a good night.